A viral video has made its rounds on the internet featuring a woman at a Santa Monica restaurant losing her patience with a couple that she felt was displaying too much affection. So let's take a look at her meltdown, and then I'll give you some more background to the story.
You're such an airhead. You're so dumb. You're sexually harassing me. You and that slut.
You are harboring a lot of shit.
I would just like to order, and then we'll leave.
You shouldn't be here. You're a slut. Go get a hotel room and fuck somewhere else.
Oh my.
This is not a place for this. You're trying to over-sexualize yourself and be like, I'm the shit. Look, my boyfriend's making out with me. Do you know how uncomfortable and rude you are? You are such a slut.
Yep.
Can you? I'm American. I'm from California.
Yes.
You know what? Go back, you retarded foreign asshole.
Yo, he's more wanted here than you. Leave. Leave. You leave. You leave.
Okay, so when I first saw that video, I was enraged because, first of all, okay, some people don't like PDA, but that's your opinion. So if you don't like it, just don't watch. And the boyfriend who was filming this whole meltdown posted about it on Reddit to kind of explain what had happened, and apparently they were behind her in line waiting to order, and he was kind of like hugging his girlfriend from behind during the whole situation.
I didn't know they were sluts like that though.
Okay, and so I don't know what triggered her in the way that she was acting, but my initial reaction was, I'm gonna be honest, rage, because if someone,
wow, really?
Yeah, because if someone had, look, I put myself in everyone's shoes in all these stories, in order to kind of explain where I'm coming from when I'm commenting on them. And so I thought about standing in line with my husband. We're very affectionate with one another.
Don't I know it?
Yeah, almost unbearably so, but we try to keep it.
If you were in a room with her, boy, watch out.
Kill me, right? And so if someone turned around and started calling me a slut, and then started talking about how Christian doesn't belong because he's a foreigner or something, because he's Cuban. I don't know. I would lose my mind. And so I really commend the couple for keeping their cool as this meltdown was occurring. But I looked into the story a little further to kind of understand who this woman is, and I went from feeling rage toward her to then feeling like, oh man. Okay, but anyway, go ahead.
Okay, all right, well now you buried the lead. Now I wanna know what her story is. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. So look, can people who do public displays of affection and overdo it be kind of annoying?
Oh, come on.
Okay, yes, the answer is yes, okay. Should you flip out on them in public? No, of course not.
Here's what the world needs, okay? We need more love. And so, look, don't get me wrong, right? I'm not like a high schooler waiting in line at Magic Mountain, like making out with my 16-year-old boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
I'm an adult. And so I keep the making out to a minimum and the groping to a minimum.
So are you in Santa Monica doing this business too?
I don't actually do any groping in public. But what I'm trying to say is, look, I don't know why people get so offended by like hand holding or hugging.
I do.
Why?
I don't get offended by it at all. And yeah, from time to time I hug my wife and kiss my wife in public. I think it's okay. It's because they have some deep-seated problem. They are jealous, okay? And it gets under their skin. And I'm not trying to be overly critical because sometimes I get annoyed too and I'm not jealous. So like, I don't mean to tar everybody with that, but like if you're lonely and you got this couple that's having fun and kissing you in front of you.
I've been there.
Yeah. And it's gonna get under your skin. Yeah. So the minute I saw that video, I thought, she's got issues, man. I'm at some point, I'm not surprised. I'm gonna feel bad for her.
Yes, and so Tim Frisch, who is one of the employees here, was like, "Do you think she's all there?" Like, kind of making me think about my rage before I react on the show. I know, bleeding heart liberals. And so I was like, no, she seems like she's all there. She's just crazy, like she's just mad and bitter and this and that. And then I was like, okay, before I go on air, let me actually look into her a little further because it would be
How did you guys even find out about her? Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, I did some deep digging.
Well, that's journalism right there, okay.
Anyway, so she has a troubled past, and there are people who have commented on the story who knew her personally, and they talk about how somewhere in her early 20s, she like started to snap, and she seemed to have delusions and things like that.
Oh, okay, literally.
Yeah, so it seems like she might, and look, this is speculation because I don't know her personally. She might have some mental health issues and she might need help, and it seems as though she's not getting the help that she needs. Now, with that said, I also found out that she herself is employed as a cam girl. So
a what girl?
A cam girl.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
You're a liar. You know what a cam girl is. They're the women who like do sultry stuff on the camera and get paid.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
No, I'm like such a novice. Okay, yes.
So she's a cam girl.
I did not know. No, I really didn't. Okay.
Which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with being a cam girl, but it's just ironic that she was calling this girl in line a slut.
But it's like the oldest thing in the world, and she does the racist thing against the so-called foreigners, right?
Yeah.
Projection, conservative 101. What bothers you project out to others.
So look, I think there are two morals that I want to kind of get out there. Moral number one is just take a step back and think before you react, which is something that I am learning to do. Okay? I'm giving myself a little bit of credit for that. Because you don't know. Like someone might act crazy, but there might be some underlying issue that would make you feel a little empathy for them if you knew them and knew what they're going through. So that's moral number one. Moral number two is we really need to invest in mental health care in this country, right? Like it needs to stop being a talking point after mass shootings, and it needs to be something that we actually hone in on and allocate real resources to. Because if she does suffer from a mental health illness, first of all, it's extremely expensive to deal with, right? And if you don't have the appropriate healthcare coverage or the appropriate resources, you can't get the help that you need. And so my heart breaks for this girl. I read about her entire history and how she, was this very, very good student who was studying like ocean stuff.
Ocean stuff, okay.
Oceanography, is that what it's called?
I think so.
Yeah, whatever. But
I didn't even know what a cam girl was. What do I know?
Yeah. So something must have gone wrong, and I feel bad for her now. So
you're such a lib. Okay, look, I hear you, and this reminds me of that the guy who was singing for Trump and went on a 45, rally tour with him, and then found out that he's going to cut mental health.
Yeah.
And that his son died because of the addiction and those issues, and was disgruntled. So okay, I'm with you. Look, I get my dander up too. So if somebody was telling me stuff like that, I think 50-50 chance that I would not have reacted well. Not anything physical. I just would have said some things that were hurtful to her.
Right, especially if someone's attacking your wife and calling her a
slut.
Yes.
Yes. There's a good chance that the hurtful words would have been exchanged, and I'm kind of good at that. So it could have dug deep, right? But I shouldn't do that. And this is a good story to remind me of that, because really, and I've told my kids this too, when you have a bully, it is almost always because they're actually sad inside.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you see someone like that, I know it's kind of funny in the beginning, and if you were there, it wouldn't be funny at all, you'd be enraged. But at the end of the day, we don't know if she has mental health issues. We also want to be fair to her. Maybe she's perfectly fine and she just likes being belligerent and likes being a cam girl and all that stuff. But thinks hugging is a sluttish thing to do. I don't know. We don't know, right? We're not her doctors. But if she needs help, then I hope she gets it, and maybe this is a good moment for her to realize that. And I hope that we all, can be a society that instead of shunning people, actually help them. Young Turks now has over 6 billion lifetime views. You know who did that? You did that. We're now larger than CNN, ABC, you name a news network online, we're larger than them. And you built all that as everyone scoffed and didn't believe. And here we are, guys, thanks to you. Build independent media together with us at tytnetwork.com/join.